Hey guys, welcome back. It's grimreaper calling at you for another video for Raidshadowlegends. Hopefully doing well and a happy new year to everyone else. I know that it's New Year's Day now and I didn't drop a video yesterday except from the low arena. Hopefully we're all doing well and hopefully you had a great new year. I know we're looking for a positive drive forward for 2025 and hoping that things can only get better in Raidshadowlegends. Today we're back on my account. We're going to be doing a full champion showcase on my new mythical champion. I've done a champion showcase on Sky before, but I wanted to make one that was a bit more realistic. And now I have a bit more knowledge of this champion. I want to update you. We're obviously talking about the one and only LAZARIUS. LAZARIUS is the king of the arena. One of the best mythicals in the game, probably at least top 7 in my opinion, and really fits this meta well. Now, there's two ways that you can build this champion. We're going to be showcasing him both ways that you can build him in P versus P. I'm also going to show you the ideal way to build him in P versus E, and we'll talk about all the sets that will be really solid for him overall. This champion is a beast in P versus P and P versus E, and probably has the best revive in this game from the passive ability. He also has increased accuracy, a veil, which is perfect for HYDRA, as well as the revive on that. Now he also has AoE decrease attack and increase attack and strengthen for your team, which is great for survivability. Also drops all turn meter by enemies by 20 and fills all allies by 20 as well. That's one of the best speeders in the game for siege, so he's an absolute beast there as well. Probably one of the hardest setups to beat. Then we have a block buffs, which is amazing in HYDRA with a block debuffs. And then we have a A1 that puts a shield on itself. Then we have a speed and all battles there. And if we didn't think that was not enough, wow, he looks like a right beast in this form. He is coming with an AoE attack, will ignore shields and increase defense buffs, or it will cleanse itself before he does any abilities. It also ignores a ally protection, strengthen and shield on this ability, and it has a fairly good ability here as well. In this form, he also has a passive where he also increases itself for increased attack and critical damage, and then puts all skills on 2-turn cooldown, and this effect cannot be resisted as long as he has accuracy. And it's just a really solid kit. You can see he's got really good base stats as well. And I've built him as a option for live arena. Mine is mainly aimed at live arena build, which we'll talk about in the future when we're showcasing his builds. Now, I'm going to drop all the timestamps down below because I'm going to showcase 2 builds today for you guys. But I know how much you guys love PvP. So let's get into the video. Let's showcase him in the one and only Classic Arena first. Okay, so we're in the low end of Arena. There's not much I can really do about that, unfortunately. However, we'll try and do our best to make this team as accessible as possible, right? So we're going to use just 3 champions here. So we're going to come in with our Marius. I know he's not free to play, but he is a solid champion. And then we have LAZARIUS, and we're going to go with a fusion from Armads, which could be any lockout champion. He is built to be a turn meter boost. So I want him to increase our speed for all allies, to speed tune everyone. I want him to be able to strip stone skin and to revive. And that is his job in this build. This will be the build I'll be running most of the time for live arena. I might change it up every now and again to confuse my opponents and just kind of see on what I feel is best. Now, he also decreases turn meter as well, which is super solid, especially when you're trying to speed tune. So that's another reason why to use him over other turn meter boost champions like Arbiter, for example. So this is going to be my team. Let's give this team a showcase. Now, he brings increased attack for all your allies, which is solid. Obviously, my Armads is a little bit faster than my LAZARIUS right now. I'm still working on the LAZARIUS build. We can drop the turn meter here. We can pop the He-Man here, and it's going to be pretty much 9-9 for this team, except for Logie doing that evasion, which we did see come into effect. 18 seconds, pretty solid. Turn meter boost into the into the AoE lockout and stun, and then double nuke on the back end. This team will pretty destroy most teams, right? We have a Sifi here, so he's going to challenge me for speed. for sure. So I'm actually going to take out him. We're going to drop in Sifi. There is a lot of flags here, by the way. It's because I use them for La Arena in different teams. So I need as many flags as possible, which is obviously to increase my speed aura and drop their speed aura. Now they're faster than me, which is fine. We're going to drop their turn meter to use to my advantage. We're going to increase my turn meter. We're going to decrease their turn meter and increase mine. And then we're going to nuke again here. You can see here we was faster. We was able to deal with the team pretty solidly. And then we have good survivability to deal with this forward. We're going to strip his buffs if we can. We're going to only strip the increased defense, but it was worth a go. And then you'll see this revive in the full effect, which I'm going to try not to kill him here. Unfortunately, we killed 4 there, but you can see the He-Man revive coming in. You can also come against arbiters, which is fine, as long as we have a better speed aura. Now, I've only got level 1 blessing for him, which I just recently pulled, which kind of sucks a little bit. You want that level 5 or that level 6 blessing for LAZARIUS as a support build. And to be honest, it really depends on your account and what you're looking for from LAZARIUS. If you're trying to build him as a NUKER or if you're trying to build him as a support. I'm actually lacking turn meter boost champions. I've only got Sifi, Arbiter, Freya, and LAZARIUS. So they're the ones. That's why I've kind of built LAZARIUS to give me a bit more flexibility with my team picks, right? And that's why overall I like to kind of go with that. We've got Hedgie in here, so we avoid that because Hedgie might end up doing a job over me. But you can see we've got a fairly tanky team here as well, which will make this work very, very nicely. I was meant to drop the Sifi because my Sifi is a ridiculous speed, if I'm being honest. Still waiting on that 6-star soul and make it even better. We could try out and take out the He-Man, if I'm being honest, sorry, the Python, but I'm just going to play this safe and take out the nukes and force a revive. And then obviously with the turn meter drop with Armads and LAZARIUS, it's actually pretty disgusting because we're able to increase our speed there. We're able to drop theirs and then we can do some shenanigans like that. It's a shame it's not an AoE, AoE, but you know, the increased accuracy because that would be pretty solid. But you can't have everything that you want it. We can see that he's going to kill us, so we're going to do that one. I didn't want to take the chances on Python. And you can just see here, it just keeps getting them buffs going. There's a buff strip. He is a bit prone to polymorph, so you need to be careful if you're going to use him as a turn meter boost like that. That's why I didn't do anything there. But he really is, and you can see here, he just cycles through these abilities so fast. I really can't wait to see if I can get a 6-star blessing for LAZARIUS because it'd be an absolute game changer for my account and LAZARIUS. He can still do some damage as well, which is not bad. We have like a little bit of critical rate. I think we have like 50 right now. Actually, I have some critical rate gloves on him, which just happened to fall on him. So I can probably still use them to be a little bit of that if I wanted to for La Arena. Doesn't do much, but you can try. There's no hammer smash, obviously, but you know, it's one of them ones. Still 57k damage, but He-Man coming in with a cracking 133. So I've actually ran this build into HYDRA as well. So I'm going to show you how to kind of build it to run it for that, and kind of show you like a team that's new personal best. I say new personal best because we got 500 million this last week. It didn't get that so much this week because it dropped the damage a little bit. But you know, RNG's RNG. So we're going to run it through the whole team. Then I'll showcase the build. Then we're going to build them up for different builds, and then we'll show him what he can do there as well. Right, okay, so this is what we got. This is what we're working with LAZARIUS. It's just basically full out speed and accuracy. That's all it is, right? He's not got my fastest gear on. He's got pretty weak gear on. When we're talking about speed, my arbiter's 400, my CF's 423, my armad's 400. Definitely hasn't got my best speed gear, but he's got one of the best builds that we can find. I can actually get him faster, but again, the lack of speed lifts you seem to get in this game is a bit real. So I only care about Form 1 and not so much with Form 2, okay? So we're coming in with 73,000 HP. We have got good defense as well, which just is useful for HYDRA. A little bit of tankiness isn't too bad for as well as for Arena. It's just a bonus, but mainly focusing on the speed and accuracy. Now, accuracy is only 423. He gives himself increased accuracy, so I'm not trying to push his accuracy as much as possible, but the speed is something we're trying to work on for that. So you can see here we're actually missing some speed along the top. I did get some more speed lifts on him last night, so we can see we were missing another 4, 5, and 5, 7. So we can get to 4. Oh no, his max speed was 401. I probably won't get him to 401, but if I can get him to 400, that would be very useful, especially for a level 1 blessing. That's pretty okay, you know. Like, we've got some HP, we're looking for survivability, we're looking for accuracy here. We've got the attack gloves. I thought they were great, my apologies, but it is coming in with HP substat, and then just looking for survivability along the form. We're not really worried about Form 2 at the moment. And then these are the masteries that we're running for this. It's just talking about this. Now, if you're wanting for HYDRA, you want to optimize your HYDRA build. You want to go full out, straight out, 9-piece protection. 9-piece protection, all ferals could do you a favor there. Or Chimera, for example. I haven't tested him in Chimera. I was thinking about testing him in Chimera because it could be an interesting champion for Chimera. He has a solid revive. Yeah, I think he'll be an interesting champion for Chimera. Probably will try him out there over the next a couple of weeks, and if he's any good, then honestly I might drop a video on it. If he's not any good, probably won't. For Blessing at the moment, I've actually gone for Life Harvest just to get some extra destroyed HP. I've got a lot of uh what do you call it, team presence already, so I'm not too bothered about this. But if you have a 5 or 6 on him, then I definitely would do this, because then I can change some of my nukers like He-Man, etc. with this as well. At the moment, because it's level 1, it's quite weak. There's no point really running a level 1 team presence where I've got like level 5s and 6s across the board overall on all my builds. So it's just kind of one of them things that's more of a preference. And I guess that's about it for that. Is there anything else we can add? We talked about Blessing. Definitely Chains is okay, but personally I'd still run Timid Presence. Yeah, I suppose let's put him as a NUKER build, and then we'll talk about his masteries, and we could showcase him what he does there. So let me go ahead, swap up his gear. We'll change his masteries. I've already put a build here actually, so just gotta remember we can't use 4. You can see here we just need to crit cap him while we're because of the masteries. So we're just going to go ahead and equip this, and then you'll see that his build for arena will change. Now I haven't oiled this build or anything like that, so you can see we're focusing on critical damage, critical rate. He will have 100% in a minute when we change his build, and then we're looking at the speed as well, and then the attack as well. He's in a 4-piece stone skin, so it's got good natural survivability. And yeah, I'm not going to go ahead and do anything to this build at the moment because I'm quite happy with his traditional builds, but we can go ahead and spend some gems and just do his masteries for this. Should have done the video before that. He ignores shield, right? So we're going to take this one. We're going to take, kind of want to take the, yeah, I want Ruthless Ambush, so we're going to take this one. I do like this one as well, but it's one of them ones you kind of have it all. We're going to use Cycle of Violence. So we have Optimus Prime. It's not Optimus Prime, but Optimus. We got Killstake, and we have Methadorm. And then we're going to come in with Hammer Smasher. Now, instead of going down the defense tree, we're just going to come in with some extra accuracy for the lockout ability, which will be quite useful. And yeah, Master Hex, I guess you can take this for the HYDRA ability on his A3. So you can see now he's 100% critical rate. We're going to change up his team. He's still got really good speed of 276, honestly. And these stats would look way more impressive if we had a Blessing, right? If we had a Blessing level 2 or 4, which is for the nuking build, which is quite important. So let's go ahead, take him into arena for this one and see what he can do here. So let's do a refresh, and we'll try and find some teams so he can buff himself. We don't need Warlord is not built, so it's a case of I guess we just throw in a Arbiter, and then we go something like this. Now he's very good against other lockout champions, Warlord, Yumicone, Catrixia. He's a pretty solid counter to them as a nuker. Now, at the moment, I'm kind of enjoying him as a turning to boost champion for La Arena. And like once I get him to the same speed as Arbiter, really, unless I get a 6-star Blessing on Arbiter, I think he could be the natural replacement for her. And you can see here we can play the boost or the decrease boost. We'll still probably drop all the turn meter if we wanted to. But he's the only nuker. He can self bust himself. He doesn't need that Arbiter to increase attack. And then he can go in, and we did weak hit there on the Candaphone, which is a bit of a interesting one, but it's perfectly fine, and there's nothing we have to worry about there. Even decreases the turn meter on A3. We can do Sigford. He's fairly good against Sigford, so we can kind of show you cases as well, because the A3 can stop him putting up his abilities, or he can lock out Sigford as well, which is quite useful, especially if you run a stun champion as well, which is quite useful against Sigford. Like Armads, for example, everyone does have a Armads, and then we can just pop him like this. He's going to do his form, but he's still he was still stunned, so he loses one turn there. Now we can't ignore block damage, but Arbiter does get that strip away, and then we're able to deal with this Sigford like so, and no issues there as well. Who would you think taking out Sigford is so easy, but damn, I made that look pretty easily. We are low level of Classic Arena, so these teams are a lot easier than they are at the top of the arena. We can try something like this, right? Because this is a fairly solid team. There's a lot of polymorph as well in here. Now, as a nuker, he's not too prone to nukers. Sorry, to polymorph, which is good news, right? It's definitely something you want to try and be careful of. We're going to try and come in here, drop that 10 meter. We get polymorphed. Lovely. We love that stuff. Polymorph is just the best thing in this game. And then we can take out the squishy. We definitely will get Georgie there. I think there was a bit of reaction going on against that. Now, my Lazarius is not the hard hitting Lazarius as we would probably want to see, if I'm being honest. But it's one of the reasons why I've actually just gone out and built him as a turn me to boost champion as well, because I just don't feel like I can do him justice as a nuker, and I don't want him to be complete waste on my account, if I'm being honest. So I think as a turn me to boost champion, where you can get him close to 400 speed, it's going to be very good as a backup option to my Arbiter. A lot of people take Arbiter right now in live arena, and Lazarius will just do that job. If anything, Lazarius is a better version of a Arbiter when we're talking about turn me to boost, because of the passive ability, being able to like self buff and strip abilities. Just like that's what Arbiter, right? She can put the buffs on duration with the A2. She can do A revive. Bearing in mind it's on the long turn, it's on the long cooldown. He just does it better than her, because that revives a single revive, but it's on a AoE revive, right? Sorry, a single revive on a passive, so it can literally carry on, keep reviving all day long. It's kind of a bit toxic to face in the arena, especially when you can't get hold of Lazarius, because he also puts veils on himself. If you're not too careful, he can really cause you a lot of distress, because he can put veils on himself. He's got the strengthen. He's got it all, right, and just a great champion overall. He's kind of dropped out this meta a little bit, mainly because he just doesn't fit the meta a little bit, with ignoring the bombs with the stone skin, or how many champions have been released lately of ignoring stone skin. So he's kind of lost a little bit of value there. It definitely has a very solid option against lockout champions. I guess if we can find a lockout champion, we can kind of just showcase it a little bit here. So we have Warlords with Taurus and Marishka. I wouldn't recommend my team for that style of build, if I'm honest. So let's see if we can find another type of lockout. Let's have a look. A lot of Armads, but no lockouts. We're looking for like a Catrixia Warlord, or a Catrixia Warlord, or Yumiko. And it doesn't look like there is any to kind of really showcase a lot. Let me have a look. Yeah, there's literally none of them. We always see lockouts in the arena, and the only one was with the Taurus Marishka, which will probably just destroy us, if I'm being honest. Because the build doesn't really work with what I want. Unfortunately, I can't find a lockout, which is something that sucks, because it's where he's the best of as a nuker. So I guess we can take a look at the build, and then we'll wrap up for the video for the day. So let's go like this. So as a nuker, obviously we care about the form too. This is one thing to take into consideration for Lazarius. If you just want him to nuke, book your form 2 first. then do Form 1 in future. If you want in for more as a turn meter boost champion like I do, or as a nuker, turn meter boost champion or for Hydra, then book his Form 2 first, and then leave him in for Form 1. For the Hydra run, all we did was just turn off the Form 2, and then we just left him to do his shenanigans across the board. So you're looking for attack banner here, you're obviously looking for critical damage here, and attack ring with attack sended. You're obviously looking for speed boots with speed or attack ascension there, and then we're looking for attack accuracy ascension is fine. Then we got attack obviously with critical damage ideally, and then attack along the top as ascension, looking for critical rate, critical damage, speed, and attack substat as well. Pretty solid build if this wasn't a if this wasn't like high angle 4 build, or if you didn't need the blessings or stuff like that. Like when you look at it from the blessings, for example, when we look at my Sigford is in the same kind of build. He's a lot faster. You can see here that the relics do kind of add some more critical damage to my build and just kind of make my build look a bit better, as well as the blessing as well, making it a lot better as well. So it's one of them ones, it is what it is. There's not much you can really do about that. Anyway, that's it from me today. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I've been Grim. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.